Hello, everybody. I am here to walk you through the first um, week of Social 11, Introduction to Social Work. So let's get started. All right, this is general psychology. Sorry about that. All right, Social 11, here we are. All right, so I have gotten a few common questions. Um, They are mainly around meeting time. The short answer is we don't meet, but there is a slightly longer answer to this, which is that even though we don't meet, I am going to try at least to do a lecture every week. Technically, your lectures are not required because of equity issues. So not everybody is able to access the bandwidth that they need to watch video lectures. However, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you take the time to watch the video lectures in their entirety. They will really help you understand the course content. They will really help you get an understanding of how I see things and how I am teaching this course. And I really think that they will hold a lot of value to you. So how are you going to find them is another question that I am getting a lot. And when you log into Canvas and you click on our course, this is something like what you're going to see. Mine obviously is going to look a little different than yours. But this is basically what you're going to see. And when you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see the things that are due that week. So for you this week, there's your introductions, there's your preparing your Canvas assignment, very minor, both of these. And then there's a little more in-depth assignment, your ecological systems assignment. So there's also, that's all Saturday. I know it seems like a lot because there's three separate things, but like I said, these first two things are very minor. Sunday is your module quiz, and I'm going to talk about more about that in just a little bit. So your to-do list. Your to-do list is something that you are really going to rely on throughout the week. And this is where you're going to find those lectures and everything else. So this is going to look a little bit different to you because there's going to be a link to this video in between here. But basically, this walks you through everything that I want you to do to understand the course for that week. So for this week, I want you to go through the general course information page, which is really part, getting to know Canvas and part, getting to know me in this class and what it is that I want from you. There is going to be a Zoom office hours link on every page, but that's the first place you're going to see it. The announcements, you're going to see announcements from me fairly frequently. If there's going to be changes or if there's going to be something that I really, really want to highlight, there's going to be an announcement about it. In the Preparing Your Canvas environment assignment, you are asked to make sure that you set it up so that your announcements are immediate. They are either in your push notifications or in your email. I highly, 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 highly suggest that you make sure that that is true. You do not want to miss announcements as I make them. Some of them will not be mission critical, but some of them will. So it's really important that you have it set up that way. Okay, so there is a syllabus walkthrough. That's item number 2. You are responsible for reading the syllabus in its entirety. The walkthrough does not read it to you, but it does kind of highlight some salient points. The introductions discussion post, these are your classmates. So introduce yourself, make sure that you kind of get to know each other, and you're going to be working together. So make sure that you do that. Reading chapter 1 in your book is not critical for doing the assignment for this week. However, watching the lecture is. So in order to do the ecological systems assignment, you at the very least need to review the PowerPoint, but it's going to make a whole lot more sense if you watch the lecture as well. So I highly suggest that you watch the lecture. And again, they're linked here, part 1 and part 2. I've separated them because again, it's a bandwidth issue. I really don't necessarily want to upload, an hour-long video. We've actually been asked on the faculty level not to do that. We've been asked to make our videos somewhere in the 15-minute range. I have a hard time doing that. Most of my videos end up being more like 20 minutes, but that is what we have been asked to do. So I am trying. Okay. So your personal ecological systems assignment. So what you're asked to do in this assignment is not super simple, but what you need to do is you're gonna be doing a two-part thing. You're gonna make a visualization of your system. You're not gonna understand this yet because you haven't actually, watched the video and looked at the PowerPoint and all of that stuff to understand what this assignment is about, but you will. You're going to be making a visualization of your own system. Watch the video first, please. So this video that's linked here from the assignment is pretty important to understand what it is that you're supposed to be doing for this assignment. So make sure that you watch that first. And the slide 11 on the PowerPoint for this week, like I said, is also discusses this a little bit. So you're gonna do your visualization. There are 5 levels, 3 points each, 15 points. Again, this is not gonna make sense yet, but it will. And then in addition to doing your visualization, you're also going to write 3 to 6 sentences about each level of your system. So it's actually going to be, not a short write-up necessarily, it kind of depends how much you write, but like there's 5 levels. Again, if you're writing 3 to 6 sentences, you're going to be writing 15 to 30 sentences. So that's not short. So we just want to get to know each other a little bit more. And this one is between you and me. So, it's going to be a way for me to kind of understand you a little bit better. Okay, so again, for this assignment, you'll be submitting a graphic or photo for number 1 and a text write-up, Word or PDF for number 2. Okay, all right, so let's go back. The quizzes, I want to talk about the quizzes just a little bit. So unfortunately for us, your book does not have a review card kind of system, but it does have in the back of each chapter a pretty clear listing of the concepts and stuff that you should be getting from the chapter. So that's a good way to kind of check yourself for the quizzes. The quizzes are not complicated at all. You will end up with 10 questions. They are worth half a point for each question. It just is a little check on your reading comprehension and everything like that. And you are going to get many of the same questions in the exams as they come up. The quizzes and the exams both are not really intended to, play gotcha with you. That's not what they're about. What they're about is to make sure that you're doing the reading, make sure that you're understanding the concepts, and the assignments are really what it is, where the bulk of your work will be. To express to me how well you understand, how deeply you're able to think about this stuff. So don't stress over the idea that there's a quiz every week, that there are 3 exams. I have to give you exams, and the quizzes seem like a good way to check on your reading. So yeah. If you have any questions about any of this, I am more than happy to answer them. Those of you who have been in my classes before understand that I am happy to do videos, recordings, whatever it is that you need to understand any sort of concept or to explain anything in more depth. And also, social work though it's new this semester, this is why I came to CCSF, was to teach social work. It is my field. So I am very invested in making sure that you understand and really can apply the concept. So please don't hesitate to ask me any questions. I'm more than happy to kind of wax poetic about anything that you want to know. All right, I will talk to you soon.